In the heart of ancient Rome, beyond the grandeur of temples, bustling markets, and majestic palaces, existed a world of sand, sweat, steel, and survival. This was the world of the Roman gladiator, life of discipline, danger, and spectacle. Today, we step inside that world to witness a day in the life of one of these warriors, revealing the struggles, routines, and reality behind the legends. Before dawn, the city sleeps under a dim sky, torches flickering along the streets. But inside the walls of the Ludus, the gladiator training school, the sound of a horn pierces the air. It is time to wake. The fighters rise quickly from their straw mattresses. Their muscles ache from the previous day's training, bruises and cuts are still fresh, yet there is no complaint. The lanista, the master of the school, watches their every move. Disobedience is not tolerated. Every day is a test of endurance, skill, and obedience. Breakfast is simple but functional. Barley porridge provides energy, bread fills the stomach, and dried figs give a small boost of sweetness. Occasionally, nuts or other dried fruits appear, but the diet is plain by design. It strengthens the body while adding a protective layer of fat to shield vital organs in battle. Gladiators were often called barley men because their meals relied so heavily on this grain. The fighters move into the training yard, their bare feet kicking up dust. The lanista inspects each man carefully, noting their posture, movement, and any signs of weakness. Some gladiators were volunteers seeking fame, some were criminals sentenced to fight, and others were prisoners of war. Their backgrounds differed, but here, inside the Ludus, they were all equal, bound to the same rules, the same discipline, and the same path toward the arena. Training begins with warm-ups. Stretching, running, and jumping prepare the body for more intense exercise. Then come weapon drills. Wooden swords, heavier than real metal, are handed out. The weight builds strength. Gladiators practice strikes, downward chops, sideways slashes, and thrusts over and over. The sound of wood striking wood fills the yard. Trainers move between pairs of fighters, correcting mistakes. Bend the knees. Step forward. Keep the shield tight. Every detail matters. Mistakes in training can become fatal mistakes in the arena. Next, the gladiators split according to their fighting class. Each class has its own armor, weapons, and tactics. The Murmillo, wearing a heavy helmet and carrying a large shield, practices strong forward strikes. The Thrax, with lighter armor and a curved sword, focuses on fast, precise attacks. The Retiarius trains with his net and trident, learning to ensnare opponents before striking. The Secutor, specialized to fight the Retiarius, practices maintaining pressure and defending against entanglements. Each gladiator must understand not only his own style but the tactics of his opponents. As the sun climbs, the heat intensifies, but the drills continue. Gladiators push through exhaustion. Each hour spent training increases the chances of survival in the arena. By midday, the gong signals a break. Fighters retreat to shaded areas. Lunch is simple: bread, beans, olives, and water. Eating too much could slow them down, so the meal is light. Some rest completely, others speak quietly about past battles or strategies. The medicus, the doctor, also makes rounds. Gladiators frequently suffer injuries, cuts, bruises, broken bones. Despite their brutal profession, medical care in the Ludus was surprisingly advanced. Wounds are cleaned with vinegar, herbs are applied to reduce swelling, and broken bones are set. Gladiators are valuable investments, so keeping them alive and healthy is a priority. Afternoon training begins with real weapons. Steel tridents, and other arms gleam in the sunlight. Mock battles push the fighters to their limits. Shields clash, swords strike, and trainers shout commands for speed, accuracy, and discipline. Each gladiator must react instantly, or the lesson ends with pain. This is preparation for the arena, where hesitation can mean death. Full armor practice follows. Helmets are heavy, restricting vision. Breathing becomes difficult. Heat builds beneath metal plates. Yet movement must remain precise. Footwork, balance, and endurance are tested repeatedly. Trainers simulate combat scenarios, one-on-one duels, last-stand defenses, and attacks from multiple opponents. Every drill sharpens reflexes and strengthens resolve. As training winds down, gladiators focus on equipment maintenance. Swords are sharpened. Helmets and armor are polished. Leather straps and shields are checked for damage. Proper upkeep is vital. A dull blade or broken strap can be fatal in the arena. Precision, discipline, and care are as important as strength. The day then moves to the baths. Warm water soothes aching muscles. Steam rises in clouds, and the sound of splashing water echoes. Some gladiators laugh and splash each other, others sit quietly, reflecting. This is the rare moment of peace in their lives. Dinner is the largest meal of the day, early stew, vegetables, cheese, and occasionally meat. Gladiators eat heartily. Their bodies have burned thousands of calories during the day, and energy is essential for survival. Conversations are quieter now. Stories are shared. Strategies discussed. Some reflect silently, thinking of the arena and their dreams of freedom. Freedom for a gladiator comes as the rudes, a wooden sword awarded to those who have proven their skill and loyalty. It is a symbol of release, a dream for many fighters. Few achieve it, and most continue the cycle of training, discipline, and combat for years. The possibility of death is constant, but for those who survive, glory and honor are attainable. Night falls. The gates of the Ludus lock. Guards patrol the walls. The city outside continues its bustling life, unaware of the men inside who live in fear and anticipation. The gladiator lies on his straw bed, muscles aching, mind replaying the day's events. Thoughts drift to the arena, the sand beneath his feet, the blinding sunlight, the roar of the crowd, and the opponent across from him. Each fight could be his last. Some gladiators pray before sleep. Mars, god of war. Nemesis, goddess of fate. Fortuna, goddess of luck. Others meditate quietly, preparing mentally for another day. Sleep is brief but necessary. Tomorrow will begin with the same routines, the same discipline, and the same grueling tests. Each day strengthens the body, the mind, and the will to survive. The life of a Roman gladiator is harsh. It is defined by repetition, discipline, and risk. Yet it is also a life of focus, strength, and purpose. Every meal, every drill, every battle teaches endurance, skill, and resilience. They are prisoners, yet admired. They are performers, yet warriors. Their courage is celebrated, their struggle real. This is a glimpse into a world few experience today. A day in the life of a gladiator was not just a story of violence, it was a story of survival, strategy, and human endurance. From the cold morning to the quiet night, from training drills to equipment maintenance, from meals to reflection, every moment was a step toward survival, victory, or death. Gladiators were more than fighters. They were symbols of Rome's power and discipline, living instruments of spectacle. They inspired fear, awe, and admiration. Their lives were measured in sweat, effort, and endurance, not years. Most did not survive long, but those who did left a legacy etched into history. The story of a gladiator is the story of ancient Rome itself, a society obsessed with power, spectacle, and the mastery of body and mind. It is a story of bravery, discipline, and survival under the harshest conditions. Every sunrise brought new challenges. Every sunset marked endurance against impossible odds. And through it all, the gladiator learned that life is a battle fought not only in the arena but within oneself. As night falls and the Ludus quiets, the gladiator sleeps, knowing that tomorrow he will rise again to face the same trials. Sweat, steel, discipline, and survival. This is the daily reality of a Roman gladiator. It is a life of danger and strength, pain and perseverance, and a story that still fascinates the world today. This journey shows us that behind every legend is a human story, one of courage, sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of survival in a world that demanded nothing less than perfection. The life of a gladiator may have been brutal, but it was also a life that forged strength, skill, and a legacy that echoes through history.